Good morning, this is Jackie from the Stitchin Post. Today for the postcards, we're going to make national park postcards. And it's kind of cheating because they're already pretty pre-printed for you. So this is how the fabric comes. It's from Riley Blake, and each panel has the 63 national parks on it. So I'm going to show you how to use this. This is very cool. They also did one called Legends of the National Parks, which are very funky. Very cool. Like Bigfoot is the legend of Yosemite, although he should be for the Olympic. We all have our opinion about what they should be for. So here's that fabric. And then I did use a couple of the Go With fabrics that came with the line for my borders, okay? So we're gonna start out with pre-cut all your little national park pieces out, okay? And I cut right along the little cream color line here. I just cut along that. I know it's not a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch, it's just whatever it is. But I just cut along there, then I didn't have to worry about all this space in between. Now, they're not big enough to go on our, pull that off there, our foundation. You see they're a little bit smaller. So we need to add a border to that. I didn't do a lot of measuring. What I did is I took a strip 1.5 inches wide by the 45 inches, and I actually pre-cut those to match up with my little, oh, let me do this. And then you can see it actually sticks to it, yay, okay? So I sewed my sides on first. Sew the side, I did such a good job there sewing the sides. Press it open, and then add the top and bottom, okay? So that's basically what it's gonna look like. That is way bigger than we need. Let me grab this. See, that will fit over that with no problem. So what you want to do at this point is you want to center it on here as best as you can. I did not worry too much about centering it. And then press it. Okay, I'm not going to press this one because this has fusible webbing on one side, on both sides of it. And if I put it on here and pressed it, the heat could actually go through and stick to my my wool pressing mat. So I don't have my applique pressing sheet out here with me. So I'll just pretend I just did that. Oh, look it, I pressed it. So now we want to trim this excess off so it looks like this. So how you do that is you just take your mat. I have a little spinny one. It's pretty cool. Lay your ruler right up along the edge, whoops, and trim it away. You can spin it and do all 4 sides. Okay, I'm just gonna do a couple because I actually have one here that I already did that too. So now we wanna put our little back on here, which is our little postcard back. So I'm gonna grab one and I'm going to, this had the fusible on it, now I can actually work on the mat here. Lay my postcard on there. It's gonna be a little bit bigger, and then just press. Okay. And you'll see a little bit around the edges hanging off there. We're gonna trim that away. That's on this one too. So we're gonna do that right now. Same thing. That's why it's important to trim the top first, is so you can actually see what's overlapping on the back. Lay the ruler right on top of your postcard. Slice around it. I only had to slice on 2 sides because when I put this on here, I actually evened up this edge and this edge. So these 2 edges are the 2 that'll have to be trimmed up, okay? And now your postcard, your cheating postcard is done, except now we need to do a little satin stitch. And that's the pretty little piece that goes around the outside to finish the edges. As far as I know, all sewing machines will do this. You just might have to figure out how yours actually works. I pulled 4 different colors of our Mettler thread that work for the outside of these, for all of them, not those ones. And we'll list those colors for you. And just satin stitch the edge. It's fast, it's quick. Actually, doing the satin stitch takes probably 3 times longer than doing the postcard, because that just is time. So, if you don't want to do National Park fabric, but you do want to do a postcard that's already been, like fabric that's been pre-done, I'm going to show you how we can do that. It's been pre-stamped. So I pulled some out of the store. I ended up making a little template, which is 4 inches by 6 inches, using template plastic. This one's heat resistant, but it's clear. You can see all the way through it. This one is not, and you can see through it also. And then this one is the densest. That's what I used. I used it because I have scraps of it in my room and I'm not wasting it, I'm cutting it down. So that's why I came up with this one. But I want to show you how when you lay it on a bolt of fabric, and you can put this in your purse and carry it around with you. You can actually lay it on your fabric and you can see through it. If there's something here that interests you, maybe the little flowers in the hand. Okay, this one is a little denser artwork on it. Just move it around and find what you want to get. This super way to make postcards easy. Here's some Aboriginal fabric. And this, you can get a little lizard there. This big lizard almost fits in there. You'd have to open up the fabric to get a really good idea of what you're going to get. Christmas fabric, maybe you want to do Christmas postcards. So you get your little bird right there. Or maybe a little bird down here. But you want to make sure that your whole motif is in there. So, and maybe you want to do Halloween. So you get a little jacket in there. What else do we have on here? Little masks and, okay, and then here's my favorite. I love that little sun in there. See how well that works? But if you have that template, you carry it around with you, you'll be buying the fabric that you're looking for, and you didn't know it. Here's one where that butterfly fits in there. And in this case, you don't need to put borders on these because they're big enough, and your template lets you see how big they are. So, and if you do need to add borders, like this one here, these are the Legends ones I cut apart, and I haven't done postcards with them yet. They're a little bit bigger, but I would still do the 1.5 inch strip. You're gonna have leftover fabric, but it's way easier to cut it away than to add it later. And there are some pretty funky ones in here. I think, oh, there's another Bigfoot. There's not as many of these. And some of them I don't agree with, but hey, come on. Anyway, so that's what you can do with your National Park fabric. And we have more of the park fabric, and you'll see that online. Thank you very much. This is Jackie, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. Thank you.